Guys, this is Griffithly again with another product review. Today we are going to talk about a calligraphy set. A calligraphy set by the German pen manufacturer Online. That's what they're called, Online. I don't know if every one of you knows them. They are normally specialized in, school pens and stuff like that. Stuff for pupils and students, young writing, young modern writing, so to speak. They do a number of different things. They do a lot of fountain pens, a lot of quite inexpensive, affordable fountain pens. That one that I have here is called the Online Vision. The Online Vision comes in a number of different, is divided or split up in a number of series. I think there's a modern series, so I don't know what they're actually all called. But that one here actually is part of the Vision Nature series. And the Vision Nature series all looks like that, but then the pen comes in a different finish. The one that I'm having here is the so-called rosewood finish, and then there's also, I think there's cork, which is like a soft cork material. Then I think there's one called African Maroon, which is also wood, but a slightly darker wood with some light structuring in it. And then I think like that pen is also available in, black, silver, and a number of different colors. But what I'm reviewing today, that was more generally about the pen, is particularly this calligraphy set here. So the pen comes with regular writing nibs, like fine, medium. I don't know if it's also available in broad, but then it's available as a calligraphy set. And that calligraphy set is quite decently priced at around 50 euro. If you want a nice fountain pen and also want to try yourself with calligraphy a little bit, like it's essentially stub nibs, then that might be an interesting set at a 50 euro or something like that entry-level price point. I find that is quite competitively priced. That is really okay for a set that's really nice. Comes in that box here, also sort of like a, recycle nature look to it, so to speak. Comes here with, has the Online logo here on top of it. Online Germany, says Online Germany here, and then already in a calligraphic cursive handwriting says calligraphy. And then when you open that box, it actually comes for 49 euros or 50 euros, something like that. It comes with quite a number of stuff. I mean, you get the pen. The pen has one nib with section on, and I'm going through the nibs and sections in a bit. Comes with two more nibs. Comes with a bottle of brown ink. It's not the most amazing brown ink on earth, honestly, but it does work well. I mean, if you're not, super experienced with inks and all that, and already have favorites and stuff that you like and not like, it's a little bit on the lighter side. It's a brown. It's actually a reddish brown, 15 milliliters. Not so bad. You get a small bottle of ink. It does work. It's a little bit on the light side. It's a little bit watery, but it definitely works. You can definitely use that ink. Then you get 2 ink cartridges, which is also nice. There's a converter, of course, supplied with the pen. You get a small booklet in here, Calligraphy for Beautiful Handwriting, just with, which is also nice for an entry-level set, with the supplied converter and that little inkwell here with that little glass bottle, so as to know how to fill that thing from an inkwell. As said, entry set for people that maybe are not so experienced and still want to find their way. And other than that, there's nothing much more in here. That's just it. So, then before we go, the nibs. The nibs that it comes with a 0.8 millimeter stub here, and I'll cover that as said in a bit. So 0.8 millimeter stub, and then 2 more 1.8 millimeter and 1.4 millimeter. So 0.8, 1.4, and 1.8. And those nibs, they really work all right. They're really, really nice nibs, those Online nibs. I have to say that. The pen itself, cylindrical shape, quite lightweight pen. Here at the finial, there's nothing much going on, just silver, shiny, chrome polished. Then the cap here is black brushed steel. It's actually the same black brushed steel on all the other pens of that Vision Nature series as well. So it doesn't matter if you get the that rosewood finish here that I actually also find really nice. It feels nice in the hand, and it also does look really nice. The African Maroon and the cork, they all come with that same black brushed steel cap. That is pretty lightweight. I don't know if it's steel or if it's aluminium. It looks a little bit like I have the brushed steel, the body. I was just cleaning that Lamy Studio here, that brushed steel Lamy Studio. So it's sort of looks like and the same material, and also heft wise it does feel the same. Put that aside. The cap is spring loaded. The clip, of course, not the cap. That works very nice, very well. Super cool, spring loaded clip. Says online here, the online Pen Germany logo here at the clip. The clip has like sort of a round shape to it. Very nice, very usable. Then you have some kind of a center band here with some indentions in here. Then, as said, the round rosewood barrel, and then at the bottom or at the end of the pen also some chrome polished metal parts. So of course you can then post the cap on here. Pen now becomes very, very long, almost unusable. It's already a long pen. I'll do a size comparison to Lamy Safari in a minute. It's already like a, I think probably without comparing it now already, I think it's the same size than a Lamy Safari more or less. So like you can post it, it does post securely, and it doesn't get very top heavy because the cap is very lightweight, but it gets very long as a matter of fact. Then you have a like comfortably sized, very long acrylic, plastic, whatsoever section with a small ring here at the front. That section, very nice, comfortable to hold, long enough and tapering down so that you can try to find your grip. If you prefer a little bit of a wider grip, you grab it here. And if you prefer a narrower grip, you can grab it down here. That is very comfortable to use. And then you have the online nib here. Camera, focus. Yeah, now we see it. It says online Germany. 0.8, nothing much, nothing fancy, not a lot of scroll work or whatever going on. Feet down there, and then this is the 0.8 millimeter stub, and then you can just unscrew the pen. That works very well, very nicely machined with tight tolerances. Metal section here, metal threading here, some metal threading inside here, and then as said comes with a online pen converter. So as said, again, 50 euro, a converter, a pen, ink, 2 cartridges, and you know, three nibs, and like now they're all, you know, it's all the sections. You just like, you know, change the ink, the converter, put the cartridge in and just change, and then you keep on writing. I think it's a quite decent offer. And what we will do now, that pen is by the way filled with Robert Oster Peach, which is a quite light orange, lovely ink. I'll try to write with all 3 nibs for you to see what they write like. Need to get some paper because I will have to prime the feet again each time. So I've never tried that really live before, so let's see how that will work out. I can already say that, let me zoom in a little bit. I can already say that the nibs write nice. They're nothing super spectacular, nothing super fancy. Just really an okay performance. Try to zoom out a little bit again. And as the online nibs generally are quite nothing fancy, but very solid, so to speak. So we are now going to do the writing samples with that online calligraphy pens here. I'm gonna cut that so as to not make it so long for you, because like I will always have to like change out the sections, put in the converter, prime the feed, see that the nib writes. That will take a little bit. So I'll just make a couple of cuts in that last part of the video here. And I'll start now with the 0.8 millimeter nib, which I consider the only one that is essentially usable for everyday writing, because all the others, they are really too broad and they're really meant for calligraphy, right? To write, you know, letters or invitation cards or something like that. Online calligraphy, I can't write and talk at the same time. Vision, that is the 0.8 millimeter here, of course, and it's a calligraphy set, it's a stub nib, produces a wide downstroke and a thin horizontal stroke. like this, right? And we'll be back with the next nib. So I have now mounted the 1.4 millimeter nib here, which already is too broad to use in a notebook or something like that, in my opinion. Online calligraphy vision 1.4 millimeters and a much broader downstroke and the same thin horizontal stroke. So you see that, and for some reason in that broader nib the ink also does get a little bit lighter. This is, if I've not said it before, Robert Oster's signature ink Peach. And I'll be back with the last writing sample. Yeah, sorry again, somehow that nib somehow dried out on me. I don't know why. Yeah, and it's still not writing. Yeah, I mean, that's part of the review as well. I really seem to have problems to get that last nib writing consistently. I've now really tried several times. That is of course nothing that should be hidden from the review. I don't know why that is. Maybe I have not primed the feed well enough. I'll give it another shot, but yeah, somehow it doesn't really do what it's supposed to do. Now it's coming. Yeah, now it seems to be fine. Yeah, so you see I had some little trouble getting it going, so we try the writing sample again. See if it works now or if it's gonna die on me again. No. Calligraphy vision. No, it works. Seems that the feed was not primed well enough. This is the 1.8 millimeter. So to the defense of the pen, not the pen's fault, the user's fault. I should have primed the feed a bit better. Sorry for the inconvenience. But yeah, there you have it. The writing comparison of all three different nibs here, and you see depending on which nib you're going to use, also the ink will change color a little bit. That is also maybe a little bit a lesson that the same ink can look differently in different pens, in different nib widths, in different, maybe the feeds are a little bit, you know, like they're not all exactly the same. So maybe there's also a slight difference in the feed. That can also be, but well, there you have it with all that. As said, that issue, that was my problem. I don't think that was the pen's problem. That was just a priming the feed problem. And yeah, that's what happens when you try to, you know, swap out a lot of sections and do all that kind of thing. But anyway, I hope that review was useful. I think for around 50 euro, that's a quite nice set. Yeah, as said again, I hope the review was useful, and I'll see you at the next review. Bye bye.